What is happening? Look, I want to talk about something that we implement into our programs that a lot of people don't like. Well, you usually feel pretty good afterwards. You feel like you've done something hard. I feel like we should be doing something hard every single day. I just got back from running out in the hills. I still don't like it. I still don't like the running, but I know how much better I feel doing something hard, doing something difficult. And everyone's hard is a little bit different. It just depends. For me, like working out, that's easy. That's not a hard thing. It's just something I do now. Um, so stuff that is hard is like jumping in the ice bath and running out in the hills is very difficult. I don't like to do those things, but I understand the benefits. It's a big reason to the why, the vision. So it's why we have to do something difficult. Okay, it's really important that we do that. But your difficult might just be just getting to the gym is difficult for some people. Just getting their 15,000 steps in is difficult. Like, choose your hard now so you don't have to do it later. Because that hard later could be not reaching your goal, ending up with some sort of disease or chronic condition, and just being unhealthy or unhappy. We don't want that. When you do difficult things, it also helps reduce stress. Like if you do something really hard, like I just ran out in the hills, sucked, it was terrible. But now all the other little stuff that I'd normally get stressed about, I don't care about. Doesn't matter. So I've done something difficult. Okay? Pick your thing that is really hard, do it, get it done, and you'll realize how much other stuff you're not going to be stressed about. Look, anyway, just got back, got it done, something hard. Speaking of hard, we're talking about finishes today, okay? Finishes is something we chuck into our programming. Now, this is for fat loss or to improve your conditioning. It's it, okay? So if you're a wrestler or an athlete or you just want to be fit, then, we need to have good conditioning. It's how it is. Got to have good conditioning, so we've got to do these finishes, high-intensity finishes. Or if you're training for fat loss, these are key, and that's what I want to touch on today is why we do them, and there is a reason behind it. It's not just to make you hot and sweaty and on the verge of being sick. We don't want to be sick, but we get that close. There's a reason behind it, and it's called EPOC. Okay, it's why we chuck in these finishes at the end of the workouts. We're going to go through a couple of my favorite ones, but usually we get through our strength training, and then we get our finisher at the end. Now, rare cases, we can do it first, but normally we get it done at the end. Finisher, something high intense, 2 to 5 minutes, done, we're out of there. Reason being because of EPOC. So what is EPOC? You don't have to remember this, but it is excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. There we go, it's a big mouthful. So we have EPOC, okay, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. So when you go through that high intensity training, okay, what it does is it causes like a disturbance in your metabolism, okay? And while your body is trying to recover from that, over the next sort of 24 hours, your metabolism is elevated. You're burning more calories, okay? So if you go out for a run, I went for a run out in the hills, yeah? While I'm running and I'm doing that, my body's burning calories, right? Or if you get any steps in or you're doing your workout, your body's burning calories, okay? And this is why I can get on a little bit of a tangent here, but it's not always great to track how many calories you're burning within your workout. You'll see a lot of these, there's whole brands built around that. Like, oh, how many calories did you burn? It's all about how many calories. It's not. Sorry, it's not. Okay, because strength training, you're not going to burn that many calories, but you're going to build muscle, which is going to help you burn more calories when you're at rest, okay? Because you have more lean muscle mass. More lean muscle mass, muscle is metabolically active, meaning it needs calories to maintain itself. So you're burning more calories at rest while you're doing nothing. But when you're out running, you're doing your cardio, you're doing your steps, okay, your body's burning calories. When you stop, your body stops burning calories. When we do these high intensity finishes, your body will continue to burn calories for the next 24 hours because of that disruption in the metabolism. So going through this, some of my favorite finishes I'm going to throw at you. And look, there is hundreds that we could think of, okay? But ones that we normally go through, the biggest bang for your buck would be sprints, okay? If you're able to sprint, you can sprint. I'm also going to put sled there because I regularly program sled sprints, okay? Because sled is incredible, just because of has very minimal joint stress, okay? But you're able to sprint hard, go fast, and just sprinting behind load as well. Just makes that little degree tougher. But sprints or sled sprints. So whether you're running sprints on a hill or something, I would recommend doing it on a hill if you can. It's better than just sort of flat ground. Again, it's all about the joint stress, less stress on your body. Using a sled or just running a hill. But I'll do anywhere from like 10, 15 meters. Ideally, if to put it down to time, I'd sort of sit between that 8 and 12-second mark. Okay, maybe up to 15 seconds. But that's the amount of time you can maintain high intensity. Like you see all these HIIT workouts, high intensity workouts that go for 45 minutes. It doesn't work that way. Your body cannot maintain that level of intensity for that amount of time. We want to at least get 8 seconds in, but you got about 12, 15 seconds, and then that energy system will start clicking over. So we want to be in that range. So 10, 15 meters is usually good for most people. And I might run, 10-meter sprint. Give yourself, I usually go sometimes like a 1-to-3 or a 1-to-5 ratio. So if it takes you 10 seconds to sprint, then you might have 30 seconds rest or 50 seconds rest, right? You sprint, okay, rest, and you do like 10 sets. 8 to 10 sets is usually ideal. That's one that I do. Another one, I'm going to put 2 here. So like a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-2. This works well. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, or 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, depending on your current level. Also the tool that you're using as well. So the intensity of that tool. Which look, you can use a sled, you can use sprints for this as well. You might not be able to maintain a full intensity, but some of the things that I do for this one here, like assault bike. I know you hate that. The assault bike, battle ropes, slams, kettlebell swings. There's a lot that we can do there. Jumping on a rower, a lot we can do there. But whatever we pick, I'd normally go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, run through 8 sets. Or 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, run through 8 sets. It's another finisher that we regularly do. Now, like I said, there's so many that we can put in there. Like you can just grab you can do a goblet squat as a finisher. You can do push-ups as a finisher, okay? And you'll see that, like smash out, 50, 100 reps quick as you can. There's so many different ways you can do it. These are some of my favorites. Using the sled, sprints, a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-2 for 8 to 10 sets is ideal. Battle rope, sled, assault bike, slams, all great stuff. But you want to, whenever you're doing this, it's about intensity, okay? You can't just fluff your way through it, okay? You need to be going as hard as you can. So when you get to those sets, your work time, you need to be pushing as hard as you possibly can. The point you can't breathe. You're going as hard as you can. You cannot breathe. That's the only way this works, okay? Yeah, it feels like death. It feels terrible, but this is what's going to give you the result. If you're just sort of going through, coasting through, you're doing your 20 seconds, you're able to have a chat, and then, you're 10 seconds off, and okay, then I'm good to go, and you feel pretty fine afterwards, like, it's not going to work. You have to go high intense. High intense means as hard as you fucking can, okay? You can't breathe, you're about to pass out, like you're going hard, but that's how it works to get the EPOC response that we want, okay? So your metabolism is elevated for the next 24 hours. That's just an extra way to lose body fat. If you just start like chucking these in to your workouts, you're not doing them already, it's a great way to burn body fat without like changing anything else that you're doing. Just implementing this one thing is going to burn you more calories, getting you more in a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit is going to be fat loss. That's how it is. Or if you're not conditioned, you're not feeling too fit, you chuck some of these in. Conditioning drops off very quickly, but also comes back very quickly. 2 or 3 weeks, and your conditioning will be amazing. You'll feel great. But if you don't do them, 2 or 3 weeks, your conditioning will be in the ground. It will be terrible. If you have any questions on that, please let me know. Happy to answer anything. Keep getting after it. Chuck some finishers in. And at least now, I guess you have a bit of a reasoning why we put them in there. Because because it's not just to make you out of breath, sweaty, and all that other good stuff. But yeah, any questions, let me know. Keep getting after it and be relentless, guys.